What's up, everybody? Welcome to Other Space FM Heavy-MTL Forge live gameplay day 16. We have a packed crew today. We're not even going to waste time. We got Maddie, we got Boomer, we got Guchita, we got Sean Nana doing daddy duty, so he's not going to be joining us today, but he held it down last night for us to continue the streak. So without further ado, let's say what's up to Maddie real quick, then we'll say what's up to Boomer and Guchita. Maddie, welcome up.
Yo, what's going on? Happy Friday.
I don't know why I can't see your camera at all real quick. That's interesting. We'll bring Boomer up. Boomer, what's good? Welcome up, man.
GM, what's up?
Not much, man. Excited to see what you're working on. You got something pretty interesting going on, so we're going to talk about that in just a moment. I don't know what's going on here right now. Maddie, I can't get you up. We'll keep trying. Guchita, welcome, welcome.
What's up?
Sick shirt, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to get Maddie on. His camera was working a second ago. I'm not sure what's going on, but how you guys doing today? Guchita, how you doing? We're going to start with you.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just forging my face off most of the day, trying to get that last few days, keep those ranks up high, stay in my epic zone. So been doing that all day, like every other day for the past 2 weeks.
I know that it's 16 days. I can't even believe how fast it is. There we go. We got Maddie on.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah, this grind is insane. Day 16 has been wild. Boomer, we got to talk to you about this. You're on tile 90. How long did that take, bro?
It took some ape coin.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it took. It actually was basically waiting on energy. So I had to time it where they go into the portals, then drop, then speed up. But yeah, I basically grinded no ape coin for the first two to level 9, and then did the math and was like, I could just power this to 4. Let's do it.
What a beast. What a beast. I haven't used a penny of ApeCoin yet. I'm pinching my ApeCoin, man. Maddie, what do you got going on? You got a lot going on as well. You've been grinding your Reaver. How's that going?
Man, the Reaver's been tough. I messed up day one. I spent all kinds of ApeCoin. I spent gears. I got all the way to the 4th portal and realized it was not the right move. A little bit too late. But we're at what are we at? We're at 27 tiles, a little over 16. So I'm going to upgrade these 2 portals to level 9 today on stream.
What is that going to take? Like 11 hours?
I'm just going to use some
24 hours?
gears. I got some gears, so I'm going to upgrade them both to level 9, and then yeah, it should be pretty quick.
See, guys, I'm still over here on just like I will not spend any ApeCoin. I refuse. I'm just sitting here letting everything take forever, leveling up slowly, getting more frustrated every day. So I think the alpha is use ApeCoin and don't be frustrated.
But you're in legendary status, right? So you've been doing it just grind.
Yeah.
So I mean, something there.
The legendary one is close right now. I've been teetering 70, 76, 74 back and forth. I'm in 77th on the seasonal today on my 594 Reaver. So I don't know. I'm hoping I can hang out. But we got yours up, Guchita. Let's take a peek at what you're building. It looks quite beautiful here, man.
Yeah, I got one that's creative like this one. And I just, I didn't have the heart to like backtrack it and start over. But and then I have an energy one that I'm working on where I'm getting my boats, but or my energy for my boats. But yeah, this dude's chilling. He's got a little crib over here.
Damn, the design's nice.
Thanks, man. Little mushroom garden over here. Little beach action, and then these will connect. This is when I decided to stop being an idiot and just like laying tiles. But can you see this screen right here or no? This the other forge?
No, we can only see the one on right now with the glitch, I believe.
All right, yeah, I can show you the other one real quick. The other one's just it's a night, and it's just more for energy. It's got minimum tiles, and I'm about to upgrade these guys to these portals to 8s tonight. How long does that take, by the way? 7 to 8?
I think 11 hours.
Yeah, I think it's 11.
All right, so I'll be doing that overnight, I guess.
Boomer only knows how much it costs an ape coin. Boomer, how much is that cost?
1,500 gears.
Bro?
Nah, man, I did all those. I did all those and waited. It's 11 hours, and then it goes to 22 hours and 1.6 million.
Gucci, Sean Nana sent in love for your forge, man. He absolutely loves those. So
Oh, cool. I started using Ape, and but I ran the numbers, and it was something like 25 cents a minute to like fast forward. You know, like if you want to speed things up. And then so once you got to like bigger tiles, I mean, it just didn't make sense. It's just too damn expensive. But
I'm patient, and personally for me, I'm playing 14 heavy metals right now. I got a lot of stuff staggered, so I can take my time and just go to the next one, the next one, the next one. But I'm at a point now where so many of them are in the 11, 12, 23-hour builds where I'm just like, well, I'll hit it and go smoke a bowl, I guess. Just trying to figure out what to do at the time. We're going to jump over to Boomer and look at this beautiful one. But first, Maddie, let's walk us through what's your strategy been? What have you learned so far that you kind of wish you would have known at the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, my first, I only had the one Reaver, and so right off the bat, I realized that as these tiles started getting up to like 15 or 16, I'm like, oh man, this is going to take a long time. Prices happened to dip on heavies, and I bought a second one. So this has already passed up my Reaver. So did the 4 tiles, upgraded this to the max. Did the 5 here, upgraded this to the max, attached this, built out the 30, demolished them. Now I'm building out 60. So I'm right now at 54. This will be done and probably by tomorrow. And I think that's the way to go. I mean, everybody keeps saying that, the max cap, max energy cap is the way to go. And I think that's the strategy I'm going with. I'm completely okay with waiting to build out like the actual crib until probably season 2 or maybe even season 3, because we have until season 4.
Just energy farming, right?
Exactly.
how many levels do the portals get to?
So these right now are at level 9. And I can't
max.
Yeah,
no, they
so
go to level 10 max.
Yeah, so to get to level 10, you need 2.9 mil cap, and the 2 portals maxed out will only get you 2.805. So you need to upgrade that 3rd portal. So you need to get to 60, break down the 60, then upgrade the portals to level 10, and then build from basically from 3rd, or I guess I don't know how many tiles this is. It's 6, 5, 11, so 15 tiles. Build those out to 16 average, and then rebuild out the 60 tiles, because the first 50 are not bad. The first 50 take about 24 hours, and then I think the next like 50 to 60 is going to take probably about a day, and then 60 to 90 is what takes a lot of time. I think like 2 weeks.
I don't know that I'll be able to do this. Once I build the 60, that's where I'm going to start to design. I'm not doing the take it down and do it again like Boomer. So
I'm the same way.
Boomer, let's talk about your strategy. You built up to 90 tiles, and now you're gonna take them down today. What's the thinking behind that? Why would you take them down?
Yeah, so I mean I'm playing 11 of them, and I had a Reaver, and I wasn't playing on day 1 the majority of them like that much, and I was more trying to focus on the Reaver, and then realized that was a huge mistake. So all 11 have been running pure energy. One of them I messed up and connected all 4 portals. That was the first one. So but I realized pretty quickly like it's all about energy. I was doing like the 9 tile strat day 1. Like I was watching actually Schiller's stream because I wasn't home when it launched, and I saw him like building stuff out, and it was kind of like, it's just numbers. It was math, and you could just see like the game design and how they put it together. Like it was meant to break down some tiles and to push energy, and then getting some of the confirmation on Twitter from the team, and then also seeing, I think it was Javi who had destroyed 300 tiles. I'm like, they're not putting in an object to kill 300 tiles off if they don't want you to kill a bunch of tiles off. So as I started to scale it up, the prices dipped significantly, and I was able to score this. Let's see, I'll share this tab. I think that's going to show now. This hollow for sub 5 ETH, and those. I mean, I don't know if anyone was paying attention. It was way out of my price range when they launched.
20.
I mean, they were 20 plus ETH, and I was like, damn, like that's just way too much. But a companion hollow for 4.9. So I jumped on it, and
Gosh.
and so this is the one I built a couple days late, but did the 4 and the 9 tile strat, and I got those to level 9. And then I basically found out that, you know, I'm at 2.9 million, but to drop the 90th tile only took 1.9 million energy. So I banked up energy, got everything together. Like these are, you know, 16s and 17s. And so I just built this really ugly island with all these. And I used about 0.7 ETH worth of ApeCoin. And to me, I justified it in my own little way of saying I got a really good deal on this hollow. So
That's fair.
So instead of 4.9 ETH, I paid like 5.7 ETH. Is the way I'm kind of treating it. And so I just powered it up. And so I hit the 90th tile. This is the 90th one, this gray one right here, yesterday. And I've been waiting so we can destroy them. But I've got some plans and something I'm spelling out here. So these tiles will actually remain, which is kind of cool. So I'll be able to level those. But once I delete them, like this portal's active and this portal's active. So it'll be way easier to level these tiles up and to hit that average tile needed, because it gets tough. Like to go from 9 to 10, you need 17. And there's no way at 90 tiles I would get all of these to 17. Just not going to happen.
Oh man, that's absolutely insane. So on average, if someone wants to get that in the last few days of season 1, they're looking at like 0.7, 0.8 ETH worth of ApeCoin, give or take.
It might be a little less.
Investment.
It might be a little less because I also bought a bunch of premium tiles for both this and this guy. So yeah, these are all premium tiles here.
Yeah, Sean said a very expensive GM right there.
Yes, sir.
Blown away by that.
Can I ask you a question? Do y'all think, okay, so Spencer Tucker said, you know, when in the beginning, when people were complaining about starting, you know, the first, I think 3 days went by when people were rushing to connect all the portals and they were doing design. And then that like hack came out, right? And a lot of us couldn't backtrack because we already connected all our portals and people were kind of upset about it. And he said, everything gets switched up, you know, in the next season. Do you think that they're gonna, like in season 1, it benefits to be, you know, massive energy, and season 2, it might be something different? I don't know.
I mean, they referenced in a separate post that energy would equate to batteries, and batteries would equate to time, you know, available in the Rift, right? And so how I understood it is you're going to have a choice between voting or battery life. So if I have a lot of energy right now, I can still vote and have decent battery life. So like Boomer would probably have the most of that, right? Based on having those 4 portals open. So I think it's going to be like, how do you want to play this next game? Do you want to be in the Rift more, accomplishing whatever that is, or are you focused on the legendary amps or whatever else you might have to go for, you know?
Right.
I might be wrong, but that's how I took it in.
No, I think you're right. I think the problem is that, like, I have one. I'm not showing it right now, but it's a celestial that I built that went to all 4 portals day 1. Totally screwed it up. It's got like, I don't know, 23 or 4 tiles. And I bought this hollow 3 days after that. And without any ApeCoin, the hollow like lapped it pretty significantly. Yeah. It's still struggling to get like level 8 portal, and I'm having to level all these tiles. Like, it's so far behind. And if season 2 is talking about battery life and energy and harvesting still. Yeah, they might have a way to distract all of us to push, some of this energy into batteries versus voting or whatever, but everyone's just going to go for the legendary amp or the epic amp. It doesn't matter what the secondary distraction is. No one's going to do that. They're all going to go for the amps.
But what if you go into the Rift and you can get better amps somehow?
Or if they change the voting mechanism so that in the next season, creative forges are rewarded. Because if they want, it depends on what they want. I mean, a lot of people are complaining that it takes the fun out of the game because we're just like farming energy and it should be an artistic, creative thing. So they could switch voting up where, voting benefits creative forges somehow. I don't know. I'm diversifying. That's why. Well, I'm debating actually if I'm gonna just demolish all this because like I don't want to freaking be left behind. But my other forge is like lapping this one too. I mean, because I've got half the tiles. So right the last few days, I'm like, oh, I'll just keep doing this one fun and do the other one energy. But yeah, I'm kind of debating if I should just destroy all this.
I wouldn't destroy it because you're going to lose all those premium things. Like they're a one-time drop.
The
So that
Lambo.
Lambo, like you delete the Lambo, like that's gone forever.
Well, I would keep like I would keep all this at least, connecting, and then all this would go. Right? How much time would I save? All this would go.
Yeah, you'd save a
save a
pretty
lot of
decent amount of
time.
time.
All that would go.
But here's the thing too, is we also don't know that this meta that we're all going for with the energy farming isn't going to bite us in the ass. Like for me, when I look at mine, like this is how most of my plots look, right?
Clean
I
that
don't
shit
know.
up, dude.
I don't care about that. Also, I don't clean anymore because it's just more stuff to click. It's pointless to me. I'm over a lot of aspects of this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like 16 days of competitive grinding. For me, having that legendary right there so close, but still slipping every day and getting the most votes I've ever gotten every day is very disheartening, is the best way to say it. Like, Maddie, what are you competing for in terms of your rankings? Because I know you've been hustling, but like, what does that feel like to you as someone who's going through that?
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of, so I've kind of solidified myself in Epic. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into. I'm at 377 right now, so I think the Epic is from like 1100 to like 130. It's going to take a lot to get into the legendary. So I'm just kind of like, I'm happy with where I'm at. Epic, I should be good. I don't think I'm going to slip from it. And I'm just trying to like maintain Epic status so that hopefully I can prepare for the next, 2 seasons and potentially get two legendaries next 2 seasons.
Nice. Boomer, I know Boomer, and this is one of the things I love for everyone out there who's part of the other Space FM community or not. There's so many people that are hitting so many different places on leaderboard, and Boomer, I think currently is sitting 8th overall seasonally.
Wow.
This dude is just crushing it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I pushed every vote into the Reaver day 1. I messed up and didn't get enough. I only had 24 because I wasn't playing the other farms, but yeah, vote for votes and have set trades with lots of people. So by 15 minutes, as long as the server doesn't die, like within 15 minutes a reset, I don't have to talk to anyone. I just go do all the votes and then I just text them or send them a DM. It's like, yo, your votes are done. And then I just kind of leave it. But I've pushed everything here. And now the past, like, I want to say 4 days, maybe 5, but for sure 4. I've just been going for 24 points and spreading out my votes. So the hollow right now is sitting in a rare, and I might squeeze into the epic, but probably not, because I pushed so much here. But I didn't pay for votes or anything. I just did all vote for vote. And part of the nice thing about the energy piece is like I'm doing my 1.8 million vote every day, and it doesn't matter. Like I have that energy in 4 hours.
I think a lot of people are starting to figure that out. Like Maddie said, they're either comfortable in the range that they're at. They know that like as long as I get this amount every day, I'm pretty solid, right? There's a lot of people in the community like myself, Top Shot, Merkle Tree, where we're all in that 70 to 100 range, and we're kind of in a panic mode. Like we're getting pushed out daily. For myself, I dropped 3 votes, 3 spots, 4 spots. I went up a spot yesterday and then down 3 today when it changed again. So I'm having an emotional roller coaster here. I don't know where I'm going to be in 7 days from now, but I hope
I
someone
got super
checks on
lucky.
me.
The guy that was 8th, I dropped from 8th to 9th, and then today I refreshed and I was like, how the hell did I go up? I only got 24 points, but the 9th place guy dropped from 8th to 9th because I think they were playing the game of what is the absolute bare minimum amount of votes I can do at 24. And it's been like 26, 27, 28. Today was 35. And I'm pretty sure they didn't put enough votes and they probably spread their shit too thin. And they only got 20 points today. So somehow, even though with 24 points, I moved up a space. But I think that I'm going to fall like a rock.
Boomer, will you be using that legendary on your holo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Assuming that we can move them. But the last tweet that we saw, or one of the tweets that we saw, made it sound like these are not on chain until the end.
Right.
Which is kind of weird, but yes, if I can move the legendary, I will 100% move it to the
Well,
holo.
I think at the end, before we evolve, then there will be a market for them, so you could just trade them to the
Yeah.
You move it that way. But Baron, I think you're good, man. If you're dropping 3 a day, there's only like 5 days left. So
No,
you got like a 60, 70 cushion.
We're how many days?
6 days. 5.5.
5 days, 18 hours.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, but on the other end, for people who are just starting still, I'm pretty sure you can get an uncommon with like 2 votes.
Yeah.
And so like that's something pretty easy. And so for anyone who hasn't played, if you don't want to play, find a friend you can delegate to. Like that's how I ended up playing 14, and I'm just trading votes, getting them to uncommon, which is better than what they'd have if they didn't play. Gucci'da, where are you sitting at in rankings and amp?
I'm
Conquest?
385, so I'm solid in epic. Like I like yesterday, I was for the daily, I was sitting at like 1800. I just got into 20-point range, and I didn't move at all. I think I dropped like 1 point. So like once you're in your range, like you're not getting out unless you miss that range.
Right.
So I'm taking all those extra votes and sending it to my my other dude here and trying to move him into rare. Let's see this guy.
It's such a grind. It really is, because then it becomes a balancing act. Like, what do you do with your extras, And I don't want to leave a wasted vote. So I figure out, like, can I at least send it to a friend's or something? And I know a lot of people have been doing that as well. All right, what do we got here? What are you sitting at?
What?
Yeah, I don't like leaving wasted votes. I actually dumped a few to people in the chat last night in your Discord.
Yeah, it just feels weird.
The voice chat though, not the text one.
Yeah, the voice chat's fun.
One.
I don't know how to read.
This guy was like, I was only giving him 1 vote for the last 14 days, and then a few days ago I started like pulling votes from my other guy, and he's moved up quick. So I'm giving him like 20-point days, so he might get into rare, but nice. I don't know.
No. I think it's gonna be an intense last 5 days, but we have a request from the audience. It's time to maybe start eating them tiles. So Boomer, what do you say? Do you want to start breaking it down and showing us what taking down so many tiles looks like?
The pain and suffering of deleting lots of ApeCoin.
Yeah.
I mean, technically the ApeCoin is gone, so it's already been deleted. But yeah, I'm happy to start breaking these bad boys down.
And while you do that, let me kick this out to you guys. All right, I have to ask this because it got announced yesterday. Mutant Anniversary, 2nd year, Miami, Hong Kong for Ape Fest, the 3rd Ape Fest ever. Where are you guys going? Are you going to both? Are you going to either? Do you have any desire? What's the vibe? Because for me, I don't know. I would love to go to Hong Kong, but that sounds very expensive. So also, I don't have a passport, so I got to get on that after today. Maddie, let's start with you. Yeah. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I am. I'm really upset that I don't live in Miami anymore because that would have been a lot of fun. I'm not going to be able to come to either, unfortunately. I mean, I have the newborn, so she's going to be. She's 6.5 months now, So I'm not going to be able to attend either, unfortunately. But Hong Kong sounds amazing. My ape might be there, but I'm definitely not going to be there.
Yeah, send some people that are going to be there some stickers just so it's there. Gucci'ta, what about you? Are you making it out there?
I'll do Miami. I'll be back in Florida then, and it's an easy trip. And
Nice.
then, yeah, I'm thinking about doing Hong Kong. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but I wanted to talk to y'all about it. We should get like a penthouse Airbnb and just we'll have like the House OG and other space party after party and host people. And I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be amazing.
That would be super fun. Now, hear me out. I am a legitimately scared. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. My first thought was everyone smokes too much weed. You can't smoke weed in China. People are going to get in trouble. That was my very first thought. So I threw out the idea to some friends. What about Amsterdam? Why don't we all just go meet in Amsterdam instead and ask the Bored Ape Yacht Club to give us a council grant, and throw an event there. But
a lot easier to get to. I mean, that's pretty cool. Like do it the same weekend.
I don't know, just an idea. I would still love to go to Hong Kong myself. It sounds freaking cool.
Sounds
but
awesome.
What I did wonder was, does it align with an NFT conference of some sort? And it does. Not an NFT conference, but some kind of technician, technology conference.
The Amsterdam
that lines up. No, the Ape Fest, actually. So I had wondered that earlier are there going to be satellites? Is there going to be more to it? Because if you read the website, it says it's not going to be a music festival like the last two were. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, that's a big trip. Like if I'm going to Hong Kong, I'm not going for 4 days. I'm going to have to like plan like another 3 weeks to go like check out Japan or something. And that's another month out of my life and a lot of money. So I'll do it. But, but Amsterdam, like a long weekend, like on the same dates and have it for like European and the Western half of the world, that might not be a bad idea as like a community event, like honoring and celebrating Ape Fest, but just on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I love the name Amsterdam as well. Like I don't know if someone said that before, or if I just made it up earlier, but I was smoking a bowl and I was like, Amsterdam, let's do it. Like, how fun would that be? But Hong Kong does sound cool. I've been doing a lot of research because I didn't know much about it, and I'm learning quite a bit. There's a large community that's part of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, so I understand why it's there. I just got kind of bummed when they said it wasn't a music festival, because if you guys went to the first Ape Fest, I mean, Beck opened. That's fucking legendary. Like that. I still can't wrap my mind around that. And the
That's
second
immediately
Ape Fest,
how I knew that the founders were not young. Like when they played Beck, I was like, they're like north of 40.
Oh yeah. They're pretty much it lined up really
It's a
well.
dead giveaway.
I mean, even last year's music festival was pretty cool, but I'm curious because they told apes not to buy tickets yet, to hold off. Not every ape will be guaranteed a ticket as well, so that's something to consider. Is just because we want to go doesn't mean we'll get in. So we gotta wait for that period to apply. So,
what's the agenda for Miami for the Mutant Fest?
it just said, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Give me a second to look up on Twitter.
I briefly looked at it. It looked like it might be just a party, right?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is.
And they're having Oasis, which is a pretty cool venue in Wynwood.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
All right, this is the flyer they have up. I'm gonna leave your screen real quick, Boomer, as you're deleting all these tiles.
Yeah, I just said I delete, or I was gonna say I deleted 2, which was 2 full days worth of timers, or
oh my god,
3,000 gears. But I didn't know if you wanted me to keep going or not.
Yeah,
I got about like 10 more minutes on the stream, and I got to take my boy to his competitive soccer practice. So
delete as much as you can, but I'm gonna show this real quick if you don't mind, and we'll pop right back.
It's all good.
So this is the Fuck It Saturday, celebrating 2 years of MAYC, Saturday, August 26th. I think that's cool that they're doing an event there. They're doing an event here in LA on the 27th. Hitting each coast in a sense, and then doing it international. So I can appreciate that they're spreading it out for the culture.
There's an LA event.
Yeah, on the 27th, back to basics. So that's something that Josh Ong and the Board Ape Council, I think Peter Fang, they did that first event 2 years ago. So they're doing a back to basics, and it'll be in LA. Let me see if I can find that as well here. Let me just go back to Boomer as he's deleting, and I'll keep searching for this. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so back to basics. I can't believe it's been 2 years. I'm going to show this real quickly. It's been 2 years since the first Board Ape meetup in Venice. Come celebrate on the 27th in LA. Community led, 21 and over, casual. I'm excited. I don't know what to expect there, but I can't believe it's been 2 years since the first LA based meetup. That's unreal. Yeah, Sean said community led event, not put on by the BAYC, but still cool that there is this kind of stuff going on.
Well, Amsterdam's a community-led event, not put on by BAYC too. So
let's go.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna start putting it out there. Let's figure out how to apply for a grant from the council, because they have micro grants for events like this. So
I'll talk to you like offline about this, but I put on events for like 6 years through one of my businesses and like music festivals and stuff like this. And also I spent some time in Amsterdam on a big houseboat. Like you can rent these big houseboats right on the canals. Like there's a lot we could do to make that fun and special.
I have so many amazing stories from Amsterdam that I would love to share off camera with you guys. But the fact that there is opportunity for that is incredibly cool. Boomer, how does it feel to be taking these down as it took so much time to put them together?
I mean, I'm just clicking buttons.
You don't feel anything?
No.
I'm enjoying it.
Ice in the veins, man. No, actually, I'm excited to take them down because that means that I get to power the other ones up. And next kind of project is get all 4 of them at max. So I'm getting close to the 2.9 million. Like I just need probably a couple more upgrades. And then once I can do that, oh, look at that blended in. I didn't even know that was dirty.
To upgrade these, you're gonna have to lay all these tiles again, yeah?
No.
Oh no.
I unlocked the 3rd and the 4th here.
Oh, okay.
So this one's unlocked and then this one's unlocked.
So then after they're deleted, you're gonna have to make sure those averages are just
so like look, this average tile was like, I don't know, it was low. But like we'll delete some more and it'll go from 3.79. It'll go much higher.
You only have to go up to 60. It's 60 for the 3rd and 90 for the 4th.
Yeah, I basically didn't go to 60 and then delete. I went to 60 and then to 90, and then now I'm deleting all of them. Okay. But for tiles, like I need to get to, I bet you anything like to upgrade to 10, it's going to take like a tile level like 20.
Once you activate your 3rd, this is like I'm trying to learn but once you activate the 3rd portal with your 60, you can go straight to 90, activate the 4th, and then scale all the way back and build them and evolve them.
Yeah, as long as they're connected, right? So these ones are part of my build. That's why I left them, like, because I'm actually going to be spelling Boomer. Like it's going to start here and go across. So this is part of the E. Yeah, I showed it to Sean. He's like, "You're effing crazy." I'm like, I know, it's gonna be awesome. And then you have to keep connected here. So if it's like 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So the minimum tiles you've got to keep, and that's why I built this like island where they're all separate out here. So I know exactly which ones to delete.
Wait, so when you went from 60 to 90, did you just keep building, or did you delete the 60 because
I just kept building.
I didn't fuck with the average for the 4th one?
No. You don't need an average tile to unlock. You need a number of tile. And then once you have the number of tile, you need an average tile to upgrade.
So that's the alpha, is go to 60, then go to 90, then take them down and power them up.
But you really can't go from 60 to 90 unless you sat here like a dum-dum or smart, I don't know what you're going to call it, and leveled this shit to 9. Because if you stay at 8, you don't have enough energy production or capacity to drop more tiles like in a slightly more efficient manner. Like I needed energy. And when I was dropping like 80 to 90, it was painful to wait for the energy. Like 88, 89, 90, I had to wait multiple cycles for these to get energy. And I mean, they're getting like what, 489,000. It would be like 49, 40, so like a million. And then I'd have to wait one more cycle, and then I could drop my 82nd tile.
Got it. So it's such a
So
timing game.
it is. You have to kind of, I mean, it's math timing. Like from 80 to 90, though, it increased 100K per tile. I can't show you now. This was 2 million. It's now down, obviously, quite a bit because I'm deleting. But
So your portal 1 and 2, before you start to go for 3 and 4, you want your 1 and 2 to be at what level?
9. So
Yeah.
like if you look here, these white tiles, there's 17 and 16 right here.
Mm-hmm.
I basically sat here and leveled these tiles and leveled these portals until I hit the cap. 2.9 million I had to upgrade, but my capacity was only 2.8. It's a little higher now because I've unlocked the other 2 portals, but it was just 2.8. So I like mathematically couldn't save enough energy in the capacity to then upgrade. And that's the time where you're like, okay, I've got to connect to this portal. But I just decided I didn't want to like move it to 60 and then down and try to level the 3rd portal. I just went straight to the 4th one because my capacity was 2.8 million and I only needed 1.9 million to drop the 90th tile.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's what Maddie was doing on his over here, I think, right? You were trying to get to that 3rd one so that you can get enough energy to get those 2 up. So that seems like part of the strategy as well.
I'm about to upgrade this right now.
Let's do it. Well, how long? What are you leveling up to from?
So I'm going from level 8 to level 9. I mean, if you look, like this has taken me a while. Like I'm at 20, 19, 17. All my tiles are at level 16. This was the one I messed up on.
Damn.
I mean, this was, I built 10 instead of 7. Like I didn't really know what I was doing in the beginning, but it's been a grind. Yeah, this will be level 9 now for this one. I will then level this one up.
Maddie, are you using Ape?
I am. I've spent probably like 0.25 in Ape.
You've seen like there's somebody out there that's got they've maxed out all 4 portals. Like they must have just spent a ridiculous amount of Ape because you couldn't do that organically, right?
Yeah.
They've got
I think
15 million.
PP's got like 16 mil cap or something.
It's amazing.
So how long is that portal going to take to upgrade right there? Or did you already just...
I just upgraded it. Yeah, it would have taken 22 hours. It's a full day. You're not going to be able to get votes because you're spending all your energy. So for me, like the 1,500 gears is like $25 roughly, give or take. So to upgrade I haven't really spent any gears up until now. So I upgraded the 2 on here. So these are both at level 9 already. And then I'm going to spend another, so like $100 total, give or take. For me,
Baron, I put it in your chat in your Discord while I was like doing it, just so because I would never remember, and of course I don't remember. But I put it in there as I was like upgrading stuff. But I think tile 90 was legitimately like 26 hours or something.
Fuck.
Like it was more than the day, and it was more than a portal. Let me search my name on here.
The tiles I've noticed seem to have a tremendously long time, and in some instances much shorter than the portals. So it keeps making me wonder, why are the levels of the tiles so important? Like, is a level 1 gonna not give you as much energy in the game, or what is the purpose of the leveling? I guess not in this capacity. Like when they switch the next part of the game, how does that play in? How does that matter?
I think you'll be able to rejuvenate quicker.
Yeah, I can see that.
It also comes into play for the tiebreaker too, if it ever comes down to it. The average tile. Oh, but 90th tile, I guess it doesn't matter. That doesn't play with the average.
I think for the legendary and the amp chase, like I'm gonna pop onto my screen for a second, and I don't know this to be true, but I've started to think this is the truth. Is when you look at kind of the daily leaderboards, so many people will end up with the same scores, right? Like 47, 47, 47. What determines that someone's in 31st versus 33rd?
Who got there first?
It's the speed, right? It's time based.
It's
So
who actually hit that vote number first. They
okay.
timestamp it. So if you hit it at 11 a.m. and I hit it at 2 p.m., you're ahead of me.
Mm.
That makes sense. So then if I look at the seasonal, right, and you look at like let's say the top 100 in the seasonal,
Those
these
are
so many
determined by
people,
total votes.
right? These are the seasonal that you get the daily points. But is this the same thing? Because it's like 114, 115, they're the same. Did this person get more votes compared to this person?
Yes,
Right.
I would assume the tiebreaker would be the total amount of votes that you earned
that's correct.
through
Yeah.
the season.
So that's where I've been doing my strategy for 594 of trying to keep it in the legendary. I don't have it queued up to show, but that's why at 10 o'clock when the reset goes, I'm sending as many votes as I can into that, and hoping that that really matters. Like yesterday, I got up to third place overall in the daily. It didn't matter at the end because I was like 78th overall and I still lost a few votes, spaces. But I keep thinking if you get all your votes in early, you might have the ability to stay in that seasonal and have a chance. Boomer, wow.
So I looked it up, by the way, before I delete the rest of these. And I did keep like a mini little log. I don't know why, but I put in your other space channel. Tile 79 was 13 hours and 11 minutes to build at 950K energy. Tile 85 was 19 and a half hours at 1.4 million. Tile 89 was 25 hours and 1.8 million. And then I don't think I wrote down what it is. Hold on, I might have it somewhere else here.
Your brain is amazing that you think to write all this down.
26 hours, 23 minutes for 90 tiles. And it was 1.9 million.
That's insane, man. I'm curious to see how fast this goes, and we'll check back with you at the end of season 1 to see, what you're generating. I'm curious, all of us are going to have a cap at the end of season 1, what we've accomplished before they reset. Do you guys think it expands as the game continues, or do we kind of start over in some capacity?
I think we're going to fill out this little bar right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to work your way towards it, whatever that ends up being.
Like our forges won't go away for all the seasons, right? Like people will still be upgrading tiles like throughout, but they'll add on other things like exploring the rift.
Yeah. All right. Here's the last one being deleted.
Let's go.
What a beast.
It looks so much better now.
Yeah, it looks
doesn't
much
have
nicer.
all this trash in here.
I still can't believe you got a hollow for that price. I paid 9 ether for my Reaver.
I paid 9.5 ETH for my Reaver and was like, I was so stoked I got it. And I was like, I can't believe I spent this much, but you know what? This thing's balling. I'm pumped. And then the floors drop and drop and drop. And yeah.
I'm hoping that the legendary amp is worth it. Yeah. So Sean wants to know, what's your average tile now, Boomer? What are we looking at?
10.36. So you remember it was like
3 or something.
1 or something. So now I can do a bunch of upgrades here.
And at some point, you'll have to get all your tiles up to like an average of 10 and 12 to keep the 3 and the
Yeah, so some of these are still 1 and 2, but like these are like 8s and whatever. But no, I need to get everything to 17. Like, because to upgrade this, I need an average level of 17, and that's just to get to 10. I don't know if 10's the highest or if 11's the highest.
I believe 10's is the highest. I feel like
but each upgrade is so ridiculous because it's 50% more energy a second and 50% more capacity. So every upgrade of a portal is huge.
This game is insanely time consuming and money consuming. So guys, it's been amazing to have everyone hang out with us. I know we've been splitting the screen and jumping around. I kind of want to just go to everyone real quick, and I know Boomer, you got to jump off first. So what are you working on for your forge? What's the goal for the rest of the day now that you've deleted 90 tiles? And I'm really sorry to Grateful. I'm sorry, the delete king has been replaced. Boomer is now the delete king.
I'm the crazy a-hole. I know Grateful is amazing. So mine is going to be to level all this trash to 17 and to get this going, upgrade these portals over here. I got a couple more I got to get to 17. But now I'm not going to worry about decorating or anything. I'm just going to max these portals. And then on this guy, that I'll share over here. I don't know what else I want to do. I got the GM going. This one, I'm not deleting tiles. I'm just going to upgrade as we go. So I got some 15s and 14s, and I'll upgrade as we go and build out to 90 and be a much slower pace.
Yeah. I mean,
But
that's what I'm doing with some of the
I'll
ones
add
I
one
fucked up
more
on.
quick thing is right now they have not really incentivized any of us to want to build. They did it, kind of said, oh, vote for the Forge, it looks the best. And that was kind of bullshit. Like it was vote for votes and what everyone's doing, right?
Yeah.
They are making money on us when we upgrade the portals. But from a design perspective and a monetization perspective, they are losing out on a big portion of revenue because no one cares about the rest of the crap in the shop right now. So I think that we will see some sort of shift. And if they didn't plan for it, they're fixing it now to be some sort of shift where we want to decorate. We want it to look like Gucci stuff. Like that will have to change. Otherwise, they just designed a whole bunch of objects and stuff that aren't going to matter to any of us because we're just going to go after the amps.
That's what makes me nervous that those decorations might actually have a purpose, and someone like Gucci with something like this may be much further ahead than we think when we're energy farming and going like, oh, we're getting all these things, but they often do things with very specific purpose. So like, why would they give us these little things if it didn't have something to do with something, right? Like if you think of a Sims and you'd like click on a couch, it would give like a recharge for a character or something. So my mind starts thinking like, is this part of how that could play out perhaps?
Baron, if you go back, they're adding new objects. So like, I got the door. I didn't know this even exists. I clicked shop this first time today.
I need
Buy
that.
it, bro.
So one thing that we do know is that some items in the shop will only be here for a short period of time. So maybe they're here for a week and then they won't come back. And so I think that they might reward people who went, Gucci's route and said, hey, I'm going to decorate this thing with cool shit. I'm going to buy the Lambo. I'm going to do these things. When the Lambo's no longer there, maybe season 2, maybe it's season 3, the Lambo has point value that he's somehow rewarded because he bought it and it's no longer available. So
I could see that.
Something to think about there. Just I'm like trying to put my game, designer hat on, and I would say like if I wanted people to make a purchase, but I wasn't incentivizing them yet, season 2, I would be trying everything I could to figure out how to incentivize people. And the ones that did it with like voluntarily bought the Lambo or whatever, I'd want to reward them the most.
Like Vicky's saying, limited edition objects in a sense,
Totally.
right? So maybe those become some kind of playable asset in the future, perhaps. I could see that.
Or just they're voted different, or they give off an energy multiplier, or like they speed up your tile production. It could be literally anything, but to reward that person for buying the Lambo or whatever it is. I'm picking the Lambo because I remember it. Buying that now when it doesn't mean anything. Right, that's a huge thing because now it trains everyone to say, "Oh shit, Gucci bought that. He's getting a huge multiplier. I want a huge multiplier. Let me buy everything in the shop right now." And now they've monetized all the objects.
Oh, what if they monetize it with energy? So like now,
checkerboard's out. Nice.
What if they? I mean, one way to do it is to the next season. Like if you have a Lambo, it increases your Ford's like energy capacity or something or another. That way you can catch up the creative forges energy wise and keep them in the game.
Totally.
I'm trying to think of a mechanism for them to do that, but I think that it would be in their best interest to in social media, like put out art and creativeness and fun stuff. And I think it would make the game more attractive.
Who says batteries have to look like batteries? Maybe they
Right.
look like Lambos.
Well, and like Maddie said earlier, it makes me think like if we look at something like I'm going to just jump to mine real quick here. And I asked about like the tile value, right? Let's imagine this tile 13 gives you energy of 13, whatever. But maybe the one with the flower gives you a little bit more, right? Because it has that object on top. So like you said, that's a battery or a power up in some capacity. Just for that object being placed there, that'll level it up by X amount of multipliers. I could see that.
the point being is that they have incentivized all of us to just be energy farmers, and they're missing half of the game is about monetizing, for them, monetizing the forge through objects. And right now that is almost non-existent.
Hey,
It's
Boomer,
gonna be
can
a
I ask you the Asian like screens that you had and that you had in the shop that you pulled up?
Oh, in the shop here?
Yeah,
The
that I need that gong, but I'm wondering if that's for everybody right now or you are at
No.
a certain level.
No. It's gotta be for everyone. Like I'm sure if
No.
I don't know what the other one is, but it's in the store. So either you buy something here or you refresh it.
I've been refreshing it, like I just did like 10 refreshes and it didn't show up.
Yeah, mine's bamboo.
I got bamboo. I picked up that bamboo just in case.
Nice. Yeah, I've been buying objects. Like honestly, like I bought the Lambo. I haven't placed it, but like you can buy those objects and it just chills in your shop. And whenever you're ready
really.
to place it, you can place it.
And it looks like you can buy more than one Lambo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody in the audience says they've got 2 Lambos, just haven't placed them yet, right? So that makes sense.
Baron,
And
I gotta jump though. I apologize because I do gotta get
worries,
into practice.
Later,
but this is
Boomer.
super fun, guys. It was nice to put a face to the name. And
Boomer, cheers,
catch
man.
you, man.
Hanging.
I'll catch you guys in voice chat in the other space.
Yeah,
Just
thanks for eating all those tiles, man.
Of course, guys. Cheers.
Later.
All right. So let's continue to go around and what Gucci'da, I'll ask you the same thing. What are you working on for the rest of the day for your forge as you kind of go into the evening portion of the forging hour?
So I decided this is creative enough. Like I'm not gonna add any more tiles. All I'm doing is upgrading all these guys. I have a lot of tiles here though. I have 49, but they're at 12.55 average. So I'm just gonna keep upgrading them, but I'm gonna make these things in here better as objects become available because it doesn't cost me land. I don't have to add land. So like I want to put those Asian screens here and make this more like a Japanese inspired spot. So I'll kind of remodel this area as those become available. Now that I have this bamboo right here, I don't know, maybe play with that. So upgrade this, keep designing, and then on this other one, let's see.
This one's pretty slick though, man. And honestly, like we've seen a lot of cool ones. I'm a big fan of all the mushroom gardens that I see. So
yeah, I'm debating pivoting, but I don't want to be that guy like where I take away all the stuff and then in 4 days from now, like it's like selling the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So like our conversation we just had, I imagine they're gonna throw this thing on their head and like have more than one way to success. And so I'm gonna just stick with that one. And look, he's an epic right now. And like if I got and I'm gonna get an epic, I'm solid in the middle. Like don't want to jinx myself, but I'm having fun with that guy. He's an epic, so I'm gonna get probably an epic game from him. So that's cool. And then this other one, I've got the least amount of tiles to get to here. They're at I'm just 15, 14. I'm just gonna do my thing, man, on this one and just keep going around here and upgrading them. And then tonight I'll upgrade this portal to 8, and then tomorrow I'll upgrade that one to an 8. And then by then, these portals for the next day will be gone from 7 to 8. So I don't know, slow and steady.
Yeah.
Trying not to like kill myself. I have compassion for some of y'all that's got like 10 of these because I'm like overwhelmed with 2.
Well, like I want to ask, I don't think I've asked anyone this yet. How much time a day have you found yourself giving to this game?
I mean, go ahead,
more
man.
passive, like in the background. Like I just got tabs open. I'm already working on my computer, so I just pop in. But I mean, it's enough time where it's noticeable. Like my wife's like, "What the hell are you doing? You upgrading tiles?" Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's you can, if you have 15 of these things, like you're definitely going to be on it all day because you could stagger the times. Where I had the 1, I bought the 2. The 2's a little bit more time consuming, but still, like I'm able. I've got a 6-month-old. Like I'm still able to spend time with her and do what I got to do for IRL work and all that. So it's not that bad.
I am ready for this game to be into the next season, but I'm just curious if it'll be same, time draining, because for myself, I've opened myself up to asking for the delegated heavies, right? So I'm enjoying it. I'm doing it because I want that legendary amp. I have my eyes on the prize. Now, if I fall into epic, I won't be mad. I'll be a little bummed, frustrated, right? But it's not the end of the world. I know I'm not the only person in that reality, but it's okay. Maddie, what do you got working on your forge the rest of the day? What's your forge looking like?
So this guy, and this is my main guy. I mean, I plan on upgrading this to level 9 as soon as I get 1.6 mil. So that'll be shortly, and then just continue upgrading these tiles. I might start building out the 60 here so that I can open this guy, because I've already got the 27. And the nice thing is once I start deleting them, all these guys are already at 16. So it'll be pretty quick to upgrade these from 9 to 10, right? It'll take 2.9 mil. So I should be able to get that, but that's the main one. And then this one today is just to get to tile 60. I'm at 55. I'll probably get there by, tomorrow morning, and then I will open up portal 3. And again, just energy farming for the time being. I am, like I said, I'm buying all those items in the shop that I see that could be limited because I do want them. And I do think that they will play, come into play in later seasons. But I'm just being patient. Season 1, I think, is more about the energy, and then season 2 and 3 will be more about building out the homes. I also think that there's a possibility that we could have our forges attacked through the portals potentially. So I'm actually building these. This will be just, these 2 tiles will be destroyed, and then it'll kind of have a walkway from here, this portal to here, to this portal, and then back around here, so that it takes a long time. And I'm going to have guns in between. So I just have I have my plan on protecting my home as well. I think that's going to be something that might come into play in future seasons.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
the reason I like that theory a lot is if you ever played World of Warcraft or any of these games, you'd have to attack places, and the castle would be a level 10 or whatever it would be, and you'd have to beat it with your orgs. So I could see that, and I've also thought, we're going into the portals, but we're also able to invite our other heavies into our portals. So it shows that they go in and out, basically, is what I'm seeing, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if things did come out. And I've said this for a long time. I kind of believe we're building our own game boards. That's what I could see. I don't know it's the truth, but man, it just seems too logical to me. So I really want to thank both of you guys for hanging out. We're gonna start to wrap as it's hitting the top of the hour, but you guys have beautiful forges. Gucci'da, I'm truly impressed with your design. I think Sean may have sent you a vote for the aesthetic, and the beauty of that particular one. And if he didn't, we will get you one later because it deserves a vote for sure. And Maddie, I'm gonna send you one as well for being guest today, and let me know. You've been so kind and sent me some along the way, so I got to reciprocate. I'll send both of you one today, just as a thank you for being guest.
Thank you.
It's half the fun of the voting. And if you guys are around this evening, we have a. Let me rephrase that. This Sunday is the 1-year anniversary for Other Space FM, and we're going to be having an award show at 11 a.m. on YouTube and Twitch. We have 4 different categories. They are posted on our socials and in our Discord. You're welcome to nominate yourself or a friend, and we're going to have some fun prizes. Just make, an excuse to celebrate together and appreciate. So go ahead and nominate yourself or a friend, and make sure to join us Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you guys can make it. With that said, guys,
Definitely.
peace.
Thank you,
guys. Bye.
That was fun. Thank you. Matt,
Fun.
nice to meet you, buddy.
Gucci'da,